So, aren't you guys gonna freeze to death? Doesn't it snow like 9 months out of the year? What the heck is Richard gonna do for work? Where are you gonna live? We are gonna be answering your questions about our big move right now, so stay tuned. Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. We are so glad to have you here for today's video. So today we are doing a dinner chat. You guys really enjoyed last time we did this, so we thought we'd do it again for you. So for dinner tonight, we have something quite interesting. And there's a story behind it. So what we have is mac and cheese, Kraft mac and cheese, yes, the bad stuff, with cut up hot dogs, literally diced up hot dogs inside. Now, there's a story behind this, like I said. So, Rich and I have been married over 4.5 years now, which is crazy.
Well,
almost 5. Ah! And basically, when our first year of marriage, we were the brokest we've ever been. Like, very broke, which is kind of typical of a lot of first years of marriage. And this was like our go-to meal because Kraft mac and cheese is so cheap, and usually certain hot dogs are very cheap as well. And that was how we like cheated, like, well, we got some protein and we made hot dogs and mac and cheese. So this was like our, go-to meal many nights in our first little apartment, wasn't it, babe?
Yeah, but I always heard stories of like my parents or anyone saying like, oh, we had ketchup sandwiches and lettuce sandwiches when we were married. So I'm like, hey, same thing.
So I feel like every couple has like their signature broke meal, if that makes sense. So leave us in the comments down below if you are married or, you've been married and you have sort of a dinner that reminds you guys of your past or your brokest time or maybe your best time. Just let us know what that special meal is for you guys. To me, hot dogs and mac and cheese, as simple and weird as that is like, it brings back a lot of good memories for me because our first year of marriage was beautiful and amazing. So anyway, enough about that. That's what we're having. We actually made a different dinner for Annabella, as you might be able to tell. I don't really want her having hot dogs. It's not good for babies under a year. And this mac and cheese is very processed, and so we're like wanting her to eat healthy. So we made her organic chicken nuggets and frozen peas. We cooked for her. So she's got chicken and peas. She's loving it. So we're eating different meals tonight, which we don't usually do. She usually eats what we eat, but she can't have this. So that's what we're doing. And while we eat, and while you guys have dinner with us, get your dinner if you have it or whatever you're eating. We're going to answer some frequently asked questions about our big move to Montana. So if you didn't know, we're from California, Southern California, and we're moving to Montana. Actually, when you guys see this video, it will be literally a month from today we are getting on a plane and going to Montana.
Unless you come back and click within a year. And hey, this is how we left.
Yes. So, we're flying out a month from today. And we want to answer a few questions that we've gotten a lot, either on Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube, things like that. We didn't ask for your questions, just to clarify. It's not like a Q&A where we ask you for questions. It's just questions that we've seen a lot and I haven't really gotten around to answering, so we're going to do that now. So, the first question we get a lot is, yes, my love?
She started playing peekaboo because she held up her book.
This is going to be very distracting if you keep doing that.
Sorry.
The first question we're going to answer for you guys is, where in Montana are we moving? So everyone keeps asking us, what city in Montana are we moving to? Because we just said we're moving to Montana. Well, there's a reason why we said we're moving to Montana and didn't tell you the city. It is for our safety that we will not share that information with you. Now, we're not trying to be like rude, like we're not going to tell you. Like we're not doing that. It's just that, some family vloggers feel more comfortable with sharing information and some don't. And we just don't feel comfortable with telling you exactly the city that we're going to live in. Just for our safety. So just know we're going to be in Montana and we're going to be excited and we're going to love it. So that's that.
Yeah.
The next question is, that we get all the time, is what's Richard going to do for work?
Well, for the same reason we don't want all you paparazzi following us around. I don't want you guys coming to my work and bugging me. You don't even live in Montana, but you're going to fly out there just to see me, and that's weird.
No.
So no. We'll take videos of us at parks, and we'll probably be like, hey, this is the famous McDonald Lake. Hey, this is the famous Glacier Park. But We're not gonna say it's 5 minutes from our house. We're just gonna be like, hey, we're here.
The point is, Richard, we might have already shared this with you guys, but Rich really wants to be a teacher. I think he's told you guys this. So that's our long-term goal. But obviously there's work we have to do to get to him to being a teacher. Work he has to do. I just have to support. And so until that's complete, he'll be working in a lot of different ways, doing a lot of different jobs, and we just won't tell you. We can tell you what field he ends up in, but we're just not going to give you a specific location. So that's going to be really hard with you yelling like that.
No, this is dinner in the Hicks household.
It is dinner in the Hicks household. Dinner with the Hicks pack. This is real life, guys. Anyway.
Whoa, she threw peas. But accidentally with her book.
You silly girl.
But you want to bite this?
Basically, we will tell you guys as much as we're comfortable telling you about the field Rich works in, because we want to take you along on our journey. We're not trying to say we're not going to tell you anything, but we're just not going to share like, Richard works at this place, because that's just not smart in my opinion. So there's that.
And that's how you get fans, and I don't want that.
Well, yeah, and we're a little channel. We're not worried about people following us. We're a tiny little channel, but it's just for Annabella's safety.
Not for long with this one.
Well, yeah, and it's for Annabella's safety, because she's our daughter and we want to keep her safe. So there's that. The next question we get a lot is, aren't you going to freeze to death? Isn't it like 0 degrees in Montana? Yes, it does get to 0 degrees in Montana. It even gets below 0 in Montana. Are we going to freeze to death? Probably not. I think, I am someone who gets cold very easy, but Richard is someone who gets hot very easy. So
we played rock, paper, scissors, and we went somewhere cold. That's how it works. Husbands, try it. You might move somewhere you actually want to live.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding. She wants to live there too.
I do, and actually, funny enough, I get cold easy, but I love the cold. Isn't that weird? It's true though. Because I love bundling up by the fireplace and with snow falling outside. Now, we live in Southern California, guys. That doesn't happen here, okay? Unless you live in, like, Fraser or Big Bear or something. It doesn't happen here. So, we're looking forward to weather that we don't get. Everyone says, oh, we love the California weather. It's so beautiful. We are sick and tired of it. Like, no offense, Californians, but, like, it's hot here. Like,
it's the desert.
Yeah, I think the coldest it gets in, like, at Christmas time here is like 55 or something.
And we're like, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, and everyone's like, it's so cold. Now, granted, we're born and raised here, so we are wimps too. But I think moving to Montana is gonna make us not wimps anymore, because 55 is like hot in Montana. I remember we were there in December visiting our friends, and
it was genuinely like, cold, but not too cold.
Well, it would get like 35, 40, stuff like that during the day, sometimes 45. I think it got up to 50 one time.
It wasn't snowing, but yeah.
It got up to 50 one time, and Richard and I are like, oh, it's so cold, And our friends are like, oh, it's warm. And it was like 30, and they're like, it's warm. We're like, oh, geez, we really got to change our perspective here.
I'm okay with that.
So, are we going to freeze to death? Maybe a little bit. I am. But you know what? There's things like electric blankets, which I'm very excited about. There's even like electric jackets that Richard says he wants to get for me. There's hot tea and hot coffee and hot cocoa and fireplaces and snuggling with the family, and so we'll be just fine. We'll be, I love snuggling and being warm and cozy, so I think we'll be great. Does it snow 9 months out of the year? Some people think it snows like all year.
No, but it's thunderstorms.
There are thunderstorms and monsoons and stuff, I think, but does it snow like every month or 9 months out of the year? No, I mean, I think they have longer winters than others some years. Like, my friend said, like, sometimes it'll snow from, like, November to March, and then it stops. Sometimes it goes from, like, to, like, May. But that's the most is, like, 6 months out of the year, but that doesn't even happen a lot. So, like, right now, it's 90 there, or it was today.
It's, like, the same temperature as Southern California.
Yeah.
A good chunk of the summer.
Yeah. But it's just different heat. A lot of times Southern California is like muggy and humid in a lot of places. And in Montana, generally, because it's mountain weather, it's like a drier heat, so it's more...
Even though this is the desert and that's the mountain? Go figure.
But I've heard the heat is more tolerable in Montana because it's not so muggy. So, and the cold is more tolerable as well. So we'll just have to let you guys know how this all goes, but just don't believe the lie that it's always like Alaska or like the Antarctica there. It's not, okay? There are warm, good, comfortable temperatures in Montana. All right, that is it for that question.
I'm playing with her again.
Stop it, we're trying to film. Annabella wants to chime in as well. The next question we get a lot on different platforms of social media is, where are we going to live? Do we have a house, reserved for when we go there? Do we, are we going to rent? Are we going to buy? Where are we going to live right away? That kind of thing. Here's the answer to that. We have some amazing friends in Montana that actually convinced us that it's a great place to live and to come live there. They also told us that they would love for us to live with them for the first... Can you not distract from the video, please? Hey!
This is how we have conversations. The Hicks back.
Yes, but not with you actually distracting her. Anyways.
She's not screaming in agony.
This is true. He's playing with her, which is very cute, but I'm trying to talk here. I'm trying to talk! Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, so...
We're going to live with some friends that are cool for a little bit.
We have the best friends ever. No pun intended, because they're our best friends. But they basically told us, look, we want you guys to live here. We think it's a great opportunity.
Whoa,
because they lived in California once, so they know how expensive it is, and they know it's hard to make it as a family with me being a stay-at-home mom. Anyway, all that to say, they are so gracious and the sweetest people ever, and they said, why don't you guys stay with us for, a few weeks, a month, whatever, how long it takes for you to just get yourselves, settled in, get your, get the income. Obviously, we already have plans for how we're gonna make income, but we gotta, have it on paper so we can prove to a renter or whatever that or to a landlord that we're gonna be making money. So basically, our friends are so gracious to say, take as much time as you need to get settled and get that income, sort of coming in so that you can go prove to a landlord that you can be tenant and all of that, if that makes sense. So we are planning on getting a place to rent, very short term. We don't know how short term. And then our plan, as soon as we can, is to buy. And it's so cool because we can actually afford to buy a house there way more than we can here.
Look on Zillow if you want to be depressed about where you currently live.
Yeah.
Check Montana.
Well, I mean, there are some places that are cheaper than Montana for housing, we will say. But compared to California, it's so cheap and so affordable and so great. So, yes, we have plans to buy a home. I think if we would stay here, buying a home would not be anywhere in our near future. I mean, who knows how long? It could be like decades before we could do that. But in Montana, it's like in our next couple years plan to buy a house, which is so encouraging because we didn't have a plan to buy a house, sticking around here. So
just shaking the camera, Annabella.
Anyway, that's the answer to that. Is we're gonna live with our friends for a few weeks, a month, however long it takes for us to get settled in.
Then rent.
And then we're gonna find a place to rent for maybe a year or two, and then we're gonna buy a home as soon as the Lord opens that door. So that's our plan. We plan to take you guys along with us on that journey as much as we can. Obviously, vlogging and our videos are going to look a little bit different because we're going to be living with another family for a little bit. So we don't know how that's going to look yet.
We'll figure it out.
Another question, and the last question we're going to answer is, are you okay? Yeah. Is, will you guys still be vlogging in Montana? And the answer is, of course. Yes, absolutely.
I'll have regular time because I'll be at a normal job, probably.
Yes, Richard had a very peculiar working situation here, which we loved his job here that he had, but it just meant that he was away a lot more, and so it was harder for us to vlog regularly. But we are going to vlog in Montana as much as we can, and like I said, though, living with our friends, it's going to take a while to kind of settle into a routine and figure out how that's going to go. We might be doing a lot of sit-down videos in the beginning, and as opposed
maybe go to the
vlogs.
park or whatever.
Yeah, because vlogs are a little bit harder to do when you live with someone else. We don't want them to feel awkward or anything like that about being filmed. And so it might be that the first month or so, you guys will only see sit-down videos. We'll see. We'll try to do it. But as soon as we get settled in, the vlogging will continue. Now, another thing I want to address is we had originally, when we made our announcement video, which we will link down below, that we announced we're moving. And in that video, we answered the question of why we're moving from California to Montana in more depth. So
it's Annabella's fault.
Yeah. So you can go there and hear that answer. But, yes.
I was gonna say it's California's fault. Earthquake joke. Just kidding.
What? Oh my good. Did you guys hear that goon?
Hey, that was a pretty good joke, but it has nothing to do with the reason we're leaving. So.
Yeah, no. Anyway.
Non sequitur.
We will link that video down below, but in that video, Are you enjoying your dinner, Bella?
Yeah. What's in your nose?
Put something in her mouth so I can keep
She apparently has chicken. Eat chicken.
So, in that video that we're gonna...
Ow!
Hey! Hey! We're trying to film, sweetheart.
Film. Like
Give her some more Cheerios.
I put chicken in. See Cheerios?
Or what are those puffs?
I put chicken in her mouth.
Maybe another strawberry? I don't know. Something. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, but basically what I was trying to say before Sweet Bella interrupted was that the video where we announced our move, we basically told you guys that we were gonna start putting up vlogs every single Friday, and we stuck to that for a few weeks, I guess. But we realized that Fridays don't work for our family, and so our new vlog schedule, for now, it could change because nothing's permanent with just our schedule being wonky, but our uploading day is now Sunday. We just realized that Sunday works way better for our family. We're gonna, right now they're kind of being uploaded in the evening, but we're gonna try to do it earlier and earlier on Sundays if we can. But every Sunday, expect to see some kind of video from us until further notice, okay? So there you have it, you guys, your frequently asked questions about our move. I hope that answers your questions. I hope that gives you a little more insight as to what we're up to. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed all of our dinner stuff and Annabella's enjoyment of dinner. So yeah, give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you want to follow along on our moving journey, because it will be a journey indeed. And we would love to have you join the pack.
We're bringing Gabby.
Yes, we are. Our dog. She is part of the pack.
We'll show you still pictures or videos of her led politely into the snow.
Yes, Gabby is a great dog. She thinks...
Because if you're watching this in some random time, not within a day of us doing it, we're moving, and then it'll be the winter months a little bit later. But eventually she'll be in snow.
Yes.
So we'll have some time to settle.
Yes.
Don't let me talk. Go.
Well, we just gotta wrap this up. We gotta go because Annabella's losing it. But we thank you guys so much for watching. We look forward to talking with you guys soon, and we will see you on our next adventure. Bye, guys!